XRP, many will cry and regret doing this. Is it possible to relist XRP on Coinbase? What will such an event lead to? We will answer these questions in today's video. The current price of XRP for today is $0.35 and the trading volume for 24 hours is $136,000,000 We are updating our XRP price in US dollars in real time. XRP has dropped 30% in the last 24 hours. Welcome to the Rich Club channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end to like and subscribe. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, has not been definitive over the past few days. Last week, the RSI held a neutral value of 50 as support, but recently this level has not passed. Thus, there may be some volatile dynamics during the weekend. Similarly, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was also below zero. He has not yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The A/D line had a resistance zone that was directly overhead and was indicated by two dotted white lines. If A/D can overcome this region, it will be a sign of sustained demand for the XRP rally. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed the absence of a strong trend. ADX, yellow, it was at level 20, ADI just above the 20 mark. Technically, this indicated a bearish trend, but in general meant the absence of a significant trend over the past few days. The $0.35-$0.36 range will be important to protect the bulls over the next day or two. The formation of a lower low below this area will signal bearish strength. Momentum indicators were inconclusive on the lower timeframes. Bitcoin could also strongly influence the direction of XRP in the near future. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has been sharply criticized by digital asset industry leaders over its regulatory policy. Now the lawyer has reported that SEC Chairman Gary Gensler refused to meet with cryptocurrency companies last year. John Deaton, the founder of Crypto Law and a lawyer for XRP holders, said that Gary Gensler refused to meet with the holders of 69,000 XRP. However, he also said that the SEC chairman had not even met with Congress. Instead of meeting with key players, Gensler meets about 7 times with a firm that controls 90% of his money. In a Twitter thread, Deaton said that the current state of the SEC chairman is estimated at more than $100 million. He added that the commission is not concerned about the manifestations of its illegality. According to the Cryptography Act, Gensler's disclosure records from 2020 to 2021 showed that most of his money was invested in funds managed by the Vanguard Group. Annabelle Lee LLC and the Family Trust are two of its key structures. Meanwhile, the public calendar of the head of the SEC does not show any important meetings with any retail crypto companies or even leaders of blockchain associations. While he was meeting with his asset managers, Gensler's files show that Gensler did not even respond to the letter from the U.S. representative. Moreover, he skipped an appearance before the Republican Party of Financial Services to answer some critical questions. While he refused to address the crypto leader, SEC enforcement lashed out at retail holders in court. Coinbase is the latest cryptocurrency exchange to come to the attention of the SEC regarding regulatory policy. XRP lawyers stressed that Coinbase has been trying to work in accordance with the commission from the very first day. The platform even excluded XRP tokens from the list and refused to launch Lend. Deaton believes that Coinbase hit the target only because it cooperated with the commission. Gary Gensler, chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, shared a video about the rules protecting the integrity of the market and protecting investors from fraud and manipulation. He stressed that people will gain more trust if the cryptocurrency market meets the standards set by the rules. The head of the commission noted that there is no reason to look at the cryptocurrency market differently just because it is based on technology. Gensler argued that the SEC seeks to provide the same protection for digital asset markets. He stressed the need to take into account the 90-year legacy of security laws. It is necessary to be technologically neutral when it comes to protecting investors. Meanwhile, John Deaton, an attorney for XRP holders, criticizes the SEC chairman for his approach. He mentioned that Gensler does not work with exchanges while convincing them to agree with him that tokens are securities. Deaton said he was doing this so that he could later claim jurisdiction over the asset class by capitulation. Earlier this week, the SEC launched an investigation into Coinbase, the largest U.S. cryptocurrency exchange. The XRP lawyer also suggested that it's time to gather the SEC commissioners before Congress. While he expects that next year, when the House flips, the acting commissioners should be subpoenaed. Earlier, Deaton said that the SEC chairman ignores meetings with cryptocurrency companies and XRP holders. However, Gensler's calendar shows that he was busy meeting with his asset management firm. However, Gensler in the video emphasizes that the SEC is considering the possibility of resolving vital conflicts of interest with crypto platforms. He added that some service providers avoid the rules and place bets against their users. A big victory for XRP holders was the decision of Judge Annalisa Torres, who rejected a request from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) to revoke Amici status from future proceedings. Lawyer James Phelan, who shared this important event on Twitter, mentioned that now John Deaton, who advocated for XRP holders, can stay in the case. He added that Amici cannot participate in the expert competition yet. However, he may apply for a brief discussion with an expert of the commission in a simplified trial. According to the court's ruling, on October 4, 2021, Moven was allowed to act as an amici curiae. It also gave them permission to hold a briefing on legal issues relevant to the case. He stressed that such assistance could be useful during a briefing on judicial petitions. Reacting to this development of the case, Deaton said that the XRP community should value and respect the two judges. He added that Judge Netburn's decisions were neutral and fair for both parties at the discovery stage. However, Judge Torres' conclusions are correct. Meanwhile, she technically denied his immediate move. John Deaton said that the commissions did not object to token holders in Auckland for having an expert opinion. This happened because their XRP holders sued Ripple. Deaton mentioned that he identified 5 such holders in this lawsuit. Meanwhile, here in this lawsuit, he has about 69,000 XRP holders. The Securities and Exchange Commission says they can't get him and tried to remove him from the case. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has filed an objection to Judge Sarah Netburn's recent decision ordering the agency to hand over internal documents to Ripple for William Hinman's speech in 2018. According to the SEC, the internal drafts contain confidential SEC information and are unrelated to Ripple's statements. The court has already ruled 3 times that the SEC must disclose these drafts to Ripple, but the agency continues to insist on its own. Even if they were relevant, the drafts of the speech contained confidential discussions and legal advice protected by the privilege of the deliberative process, DPP, and attorney-client confidentiality, the SEC said. According to the SEC, if the court retains its decision to transfer Hinman's documents to Ripple, certain consequences may arise that could freeze internal communication not only at the SEC, but also at other agencies. Hinman's denial of responsibility for the fact that the speech contained his personal views was a central element of Judge Netburn's decision, as she believes that the communication that led to the preparation of the speech was not an agency discussion. The SEC stated that the disclaimer Hinman used before the speech is a standard procedure to ensure that market participants will not view the comments of SEC employees as commission policy. Indeed, Director Hinman consulted with dozens of SEC lawyers for many weeks, some of whom reviewed and edited several versions of the speech, the Securities and Exchange Commission said, adding, "If the orders remain in force, they will deprive civil servants of the opportunity to discuss important policy issues and receive sincere legal advice from the agency's lawyers. The order should be cancelled as clearly erroneous and contrary to the law, and the Securities and Exchange Commission should be allowed to refuse to accept speech drafts because they are irrelevant and privileged." Hinman's speech in 2018, in which he announced that Ethereum is not a security, became a major issue in Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC. In January 2021, Ripple demanded that the SEC provide documents leading to the wording of the speech, which contains 64 drafts of internal communications. However, the commission ignored Ripple's request, prompting the blockchain company to file a petition late last year to force the SEC to hand over the document. Judge Netburn ordered the Securities and Exchange Commission 3 times to hand over Hinman's documents to Ripple. The Securities and Exchange Commission is still not ready to hand over the drafts of Hinman's speech to Ripple. After the SEC's ongoing efforts to protect Hinman's drafts and other relevant documents that could help resolve the lawsuit, many believe the SEC is hiding something more. In one of his recent interviews, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse asked a question that has long been of interest to everyone: what is the Securities and Exchange Commission trying to hide? 14 months, and they are still fighting to hide these records. What are they hiding? Asked Garlinghouse. What do you think are the prospects for XRP in 2023? Write your forecasts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos, and do not forget about our contest. Write in the XRP comments to add 500 XRP to your account.